Hi, I'm Ashton, and you see in the title of this video, I haven't updated you on my crystal collection in 2 months, which isn't that long of a time, but somehow I just keep collecting them and I have a problem. I'm not going to stop, but I'm going to take a break. I'm not going to buy any more crystals for some time. It's fine. I'm going to start with the one that I am wearing. This is a clear quartz point that I got recently with some little silver metal detailing down the front. It's on a fairly short chain, which I like because it's adjustable, so I can wear a choker with it, but it's also not very long. I don't know why, just long necklaces kind of annoy me sometimes. It's from Shop Dixie. I don't think they carry these anymore, but they do carry a bunch of similar stuff. And I love this one. Next, I'm gonna show you a few stones that my boyfriend got for me because he fucking spoils me and he needs to stop. Hi, Jack. I know you're probably gonna watch this at some point. I fucking love you, but please stop. This is an optical calcite. I have a bigger piece of this, but I really like having pocket-sized stones that I can carry around. And this is also much more sharper cut, so it can do the things that optical calcite does. Optical calcite is known because it splits light rays into two. This one also has so many rainbows in it, and it's just gorgeous. And I love it a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to show you how it doubles the light rays, but it is really cool, and I've been able to find a couple ways to see it, and I love it. I love the science aspect of this, but it's also just a fucking gorgeous stone. Similar to clear quartz, it's sometimes seen as an amplification stone for amplifying things of other stones, and it's also known as Iceland Spar, which is a really badass name. The second one that Jack got me is, I love all of them so much, I can't choose a favorite, but I really love Tiger's Eye. And this is just a gorgeous piece of it. It's such a perfect size for carrying around or just holding in my hand, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna constantly have this with me because I have a problem. But Tiger's Eye is known for balance and organization, and those are two things that I am shit at, so, I don't know, most of the stones I have are the ones that I've gotten myself, but being given something like this, it just means a lot more. I don't know, I just really love this. Maybe I just really fucking love Jack. But yeah, Tiger's Eye is one of my favorites. I love any stone that shifts colors. Actually, yeah, I really like stones that shift colors. I really love Tiger's Eye, and this is such a nice one, and I love my boyfriend. Okay, the last thing that Jack got me is a little box of peacock ore. Peacock ore is also known as bornite, and I have one piece of peacock ore, but this is 20 tiny peacock ores, and there's so many different colors in there. I'm gonna have to make sure to get a really cool close-up of this one because it's just... They are in this little case, which I think is pretty cute, but I might attempt some crystal gritting with them because I've never tried that before and it's something that I'd like to try. Peacock ore is also known as the Stone of Happiness, which I just love. It's just so positive and it's very rainbow. And once again, I would like to say that I love my boyfriend. Next I'm gonna show you 3 crystals that I got at a kind of gem show type thing. Literally the day after I posted my last crystal update video, I was just wow, I really went and got 3 new crystals the day after making an update. I really couldn't have waited. Anyways, that's in the past. I got this small piece of desert rose. Desert rose is a stone that is related to selenite, and it's not colorful, but it has the best structure. It has an incredibly unique structure. I've wanted desert rose for a while, and they had a pile of them, and they were $1, and I was just wow, okay, I will have one. Similar to selenite, desert rose is known as a protective stone, and a lot of people also use it for meditation. At the same show, I got this amethyst cluster. Amethyst is my birthstone, and I used to really hate it. As a child, I was very dysphoric about femininity, and amethyst is purple, and clearly purple is a very feminine color, apparently. I was a dumb kid. But I love amethyst now. So this is from a geode, you can tell from, the back. It's a really pretty piece, and it's a really, nice pastel color, but there's also darker bits to it, which I really love. Amethyst is another stone that is known for protection and purification. The third stone I got at that gem show is this laser quartz cluster. I just love the shape of this. It's really unique, and of course I'll need a better close-up, but it's so pretty. I do tend to like meditating with stones with points, but I haven't tried with this one yet, but I think I should. There was also a side cellar there at that same gem show, and I got a little rose quartz point from her. This is a very pale rose quartz, but rose quartz is one of my favorite stones. I think what we're learning from this is that I actually love every stone, and every crystal that I have is my favorite. I think this was the first crystal point that I got, and I kind of fell down a hole. So I also have this rose quartz point, which is significantly larger, and this is one of my favorites to meditate with. Rose quartz is a very comforting stone, and of course it's also like the stone of unconditional love, so I'm a sucker for that. My third rose quartz in this video is this little rose quartz sphere. I've started displaying this sphere in the middle of an agate geode that I have because it like fits really perfectly in that little space in the center. The other sphere that I have, they're both like the same size, is this little amethyst. It has a bunch of tiny rainbows in it, and I already talked about amethyst. This is another piece of amethyst. But I picked these up at a local metaphysical store before it moved locations, and it actually just reopened. But yeah, these are the first like polished spheres that I got, and I really like carrying them around. They make a kind of weird shape in my pocket, but I don't care. I'm definitely have to dig in and do close-ups on these to show you guys the flash, but I have a polished palm stone and a point. Whenever people ask me about my favorite crystal, labradorite is always my go-to answer. I also have a double terminated labradorite point somewhere, but I used it recently, and I don't know where I put it, and my desk is a absolute dumpster. So basically what I'm saying is, once I clean my room, I'm sure I'll find it. Labradorite is a balance and intuition stone, and as we've already discussed, I'm a slut for stones that change color, or have color shifts, so here we are. This is the last point that I have, and it's a kind of cloudy quartz with black tourmaline inclusions. I don't have any raw black tourmaline, and I've always loved how it looks inside of clear or cloudier quartz. And we also know that I love points, so this is like perfect for me. I would still love to get some raw tourmaline at some point, but I gotta limit myself, and I really do love this one. I have two divination stone type things that are both lapis. I really love lapis. I wear a lapis point around my neck a lot. I have a lapis pendulum, and I have a set of lapis rune stones that are in this bag. It did come with a blank rune, which a lot of witches don't use, and I don't use. So this is the blank rune stone that I just now have as a little polished stone. Lapis lazuli is like a combination stone of calcite, lazurite, and pyrite. Lapis is also meant to be a very like wisdom and truthful stone, so I feel like that could be why I'm drawn to divination tools made with it. Okay, this is a cluster of a type of stone that I've been wanting for so long. Spirit quartz is also known as cactus quartz, and it's literally just quartz that grows in such a unique way. So this one has like 3 main points and a ton of tiny other points on it. I'll try showing you in low lighting because for some reason it sparkles so much more in low lighting, but you can also find spirit cactus quartz in a like tangerine or lavender color, but I just got a clear quartz one, but maybe someday I will have them in all of the color variations. I just think spirit quartz is so fucking beautiful, and I can't believe like nature just made this. Like, it was like, yeah, okay, we'll just make this beautiful thing and it's just gonna exist naturally. It's just wild. I love it. So I went on a trip to the mountains like a week ago, and I convinced my family and the people we were staying with to go to a gem mine. And I know that's a childish ass activity, but it was a lot of fun. Like, we got 3 like 5-gallon buckets of mud, and the 6 of us split them, and we just shifted through mud for like 2 hours, but it was so much fun. And it was just very satisfying when like mud rushed away to reveal like a green or blue stone. And they did have a shop next to it. It wasn't huge, but they had so many stones, and I could have spent hours in there, and I could have spent a lot of money in there, but I just got 2 things. I asked my mom if I could get this before we left, and she was like, you can go buy it if you do it yourself. And if you don't know, I have very bad generalized anxiety disorder, and I hate ordering at restaurants. I hate like asking for help or asking for things, but I did it, and I got this aragonite egg. The aragonite is another stone that I've been like lusting over, especially like raw star form aragonite I absolutely love, but they had this polished version, and I think aragonite polished even is just such a cool stone. In a similar way to desert rose, it's not a stunning color or anything, but there are like oranges in there and different shades of brown, and just the patterns on it are so cool. It reminds me of like a tree trunk where you can tell how old it is. The other stone that I bought in the store is just a very small Shiva lingam, I think it's pronounced. It's considered a holy stone within Hinduism, and I wasn't entirely sure of the properties before I bought it, but I was really, really drawn to it. And every single one has such a different pattern, but this one's like very stripy and I really like it. But I looked it up and a lot of people associate it with sexual energy, so hi. Okay, that was all the stones that I know what they are. The next bunch that I have to show you are stones that I found in the gem mine while I was, sifting through dirt. A few of them I'm like 90% sure of what they are, but the lady that was running the place that day was like not the lady that opened the place, so she wasn't like an expert on stones. But I did find some like really, really, really pretty stones. I'm not the worst when it comes to identification considering like rocks and minerals, but I'm no expert, so if you have any other idea of what some of this stuff might be, tell me. I'm going to start with the ones that I have some idea of what they are. This is, I'm pretty sure, a piece of rose quartz, a piece of raw rose quartz. So this is the fourth piece of rose quartz that I've shown you today, and I'm sorry. Oh, and all of these stones are raw, like none of these are polished or anything. I also found a bunch of pieces of clear quartz ranging from, this size to like a baby shard. I feel like I might have enough clear quartz to also try crystal gritting with that. So I might do that. I don't know. That sounds like fun. Of course, the light clear cloudy quartz was the thing that I got the most of because it's so common, especially in the mountains I was in. I still love it, okay? These two I think are petrified wood. I'm pretty sure that this one's petrified wood, and this one looks less like petrified wood, but I can't think of what else it would be. I don't know what they would be if they're not petrified wood, but if you have an idea, let me know. Regardless of what they are, I think they got some pretty cool little shapes in them. This, I believe, is a piece of a blue lace agate geode. This is a pretty solid chunk, like there's not a lot of lacing, but not all blue lace agate is very lacy, if that makes sense. It also doesn't look that blue on camera, which is odd because in real life you can like definitely see the blue. But like the very, rocky outside does make me think it was part of a geode. Even if it's not blue lace agate, I think it's some form of agate, but blue lace is my best guess. I also found a couple pieces of amethyst. I found two pretty small ones, and then a like decent sized chunk of it. And I've already shown you two pieces of amethyst. Somebody please stop me. I also got this really, really cool point of a chevron amethyst type thing. I think this would make a really, really cool necklace. I might try to figure out a way to do that. The color's not incredibly vivid in this one, but I've never had such a like stripy amethyst, and I think it's really cool. I also found quite a few small pieces of pyrite, which is fool's gold for those of you that don't know. During the gold rush, a lot of dudes were like, oh, we found gold, and it was pyrite. I found 6 smallish pieces of pyrite. Pyrite is just very, very pretty, and it has such like cool little formations. Sometimes you can find it in a cube, which is amazing. It's very sparkly, and even though it's like relatively common, I still think it's gorgeous. I could probably do gritting with 6 pieces of pyrite too. I bet I could. Ooh, I'm gonna just fall deep into this crystal gritting cave. I found 4 pieces of citrine, which is a kind of yellowy orangey quartz. It's a little bit like smoky quartz, and it's kind of just what happens when amethyst gets heated, hotter than amethyst can handle. 2 of the pieces are like chunkier, and 2 of them are more like points. I have 1 other piece of citrine, and it's a stone that I really like. So I'm happy that I found so many of them, although I know it's common because it is just another variation on quartz. I was so excited when I found this one because it is a raw tiger's eye. We've already discussed how much I like stones that have color shifts twice now, 3 times now. It is harder to like catch the shine in this one on camera, but I will try to show you. I've only ever really seen tiger's eye in its polished form, so I think it's really cool that I found a raw piece. I found these 2 relatively big green stones, and I don't know what they are. My best guess is a green quartz or a green calcite, but I don't think it's a green calcite because it is very like opaque. It looks a little bit like unakite too, especially with like the kind of reddy browns in it, but it's just, I think it's just a different shade of green than that. I don't know what these are, but I want to know. These 2 I'm pretty sure are the same type of stone, but I don't know what they are, and I think they could be red jasper, because jasper can be like a solid brick red color. I'm not sure what else it could be, but I could be totally completely wrong, so like, And it does also seem to be very fine-grained, which I know jasper is. This one is similar to the one that I think is red jasper, but it's very like browny yellowy orange. It looks similar to the parts of tiger's eye that like don't shine, so I'm thinking it could be some form of quartz, but I genuinely don't know. Geologists, help me out. I then have these two, which my best guess is emerald and matrix, and I know the like mine that we went to did like advertise that, oh, you might find emeralds, and these look like what I've seen emerald and matrix looks like. And I also know emerald and mica often grow together, and both of these pieces do seem to have like a decent amount of mica on them. So I don't know, I don't think they're emerald, but they could be. My other guess is green calcite, but I've never seen green calcite grow this way. But I think regardless, these two I think are the same thing, but I don't know what they are. This one I'm not sure what it is. I think it could just be a really, really smoky quartz, like a dark smoky quartz, but I don't think it's jet, and I don't think it is obsidian, but obsidian would be my next guess after smoky quartz. Again, somebody call the geologists. My guess for these three are that they're all green calcite. That's all I have to say. That's my best guess. Help. And then I have these three, which I think are all blue calcite. This one looks a tiny, tiny bit like lapis because it has like a few brown flecks in it. But I think it's blue calcite. But again, I am no geologist, and if you know any better, please tell. I'm on to the last stone. I have them all like laid out in front of me, and I realize that I've been filming for literally an hour, and this is gonna take me forever to edit, and I have so many regrets. That's a lie. I don't have any regrets. Stay confident. And this one is my favorite that I found at the gem mine, and I genuinely have no idea what this is. I was told a few different names by the lady that ran the store, but she also said like she didn't entirely know. But I don't care what it is. I think this one is just really gorgeous. I also give Jack a stone that I found because it was a really, really pretty blue, and I think it was sodalite. Like, one of the ways that you can tell if this sodalite is because it has something in it that glows under a ultraviolet light. I don't own an ultraviolet light, so I don't know if it was sodalite, but that was my guess. Oh my god, this took me so long to film. I'm currently trying to pre-film a bunch of videos. Today's the 16th, and I'm leaving for the Outer Banks on the 21st, and as soon as I get back, I have 2 full weeks of marching band camp, so I am trying so hard to get enough videos to fill like 3 weeks. But I'm sorry if this was too long for you. I hope it was at least interesting, and I know a lot of you are just as into crystals as I am, so I hope that some of you really enjoyed this, but I am gonna knock myself out now. By that I mean I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye. I hope you saw some sort of crystal in this that you enjoyed looking at, or you just enjoyed listening to me talk, and I hope this video wasn't too long. And I will talk to you later, maybe.